Hi, Tom Pryor here in Bangkok. Welcome to 23kgold.com. The reason for this video today is to show you some of the new additions to our personal inventory, and if you find them interesting, you can contact me and we can order something for you. I'm going to go over each piece and tell you the weight and the dimensions of the piece. Then next up, I'm going to be talking to my wholesale customer who is going to be making a purchase, and I want to be able to show them some alternatives to the designs on the style sheet, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, these are some of the jewelry designs that are considered alternative designs to the ones that were on the style sheets. I have 4 bracelets at the top, and then I have a number of chains to show you. The first one that I'm looking at right now is the Byzantine bracelet. I chose this one recently because the design is becoming difficult to find. But since the gold shop can make this design, then it is available in any weight and any length in a bracelet. So this particular one is a 1 baht 6.5 inch Byzantine bracelet with a charm, and it's 5 millimeter in width. The next one to the right is a really unique piece. It is a Pikun bracelet. It's a 1 baht. The Pikun design, which is difficult to see from this distance, but it's really very intricate, and it's the only one that I've seen like that, but it can be made. It was the last one at the shop, and I wanted to make sure I purchased it so I would have a sample. And so that's a really nice sample. The one to the right is a beautiful braided rope. The wire on it is a very thick wire that is, of course, hand braided. It's a 3 baht, and the width of the piece is 8.2 millimeter. The enameling on the end caps is permanent. It is it's an enamel that is used in Sukhothai jewelry, and so this is a really beautiful piece, and this can also be made. All of the pieces that I'm showing, we have a source for where we can just purchase this design in any length and in just about any weight. Moving to the right, and it's the last one in the row, is a really unique example of 23 karat gold jewelry design, and it's a 3 baht, and the width on that piece is a 1/2 inch width. Moving down to the chains, on the left we have a bar link similar to the one in the style sheet. It has a little different design in it, but it's unique, and this is considered an alternative item, but the bar links that you have specified in the style sheets are available. This is just a little different twist on the design. And this particular one is a 1 baht, which is 15.16 grams. It happens to be a 23 inch. And as you can see from my little ticket there, it's a 2.2 millimeter width. The next one is smaller. It's a 1/2 baht, just to the right of that, and it has a very interesting diamond cut design in it, and it's only 16.5 inches long. So that's about the maximum I think I've seen in the 1/2 baht. If it had to be longer than that, we'd have to go up to 1 baht. Next to that is another barrel link, and actually the next two are the same. They're just different lengths, and those are both 1/2 bahts. You'll see that the one on the left of the picture right now is a 20 inch, and the one on the right is 17 inch. The next row down is an open link. It's not as popular as many of the chains, but I remember this chain from many years ago, and I wanted to make sure that I had a sample of it. And I'm not sure that this is available, but it happened to be in my inventory, so I thought I'd show it to you. It's a 2 baht 20 3/4 inch length chain. The next one is a traditional chain that should be included in an order because it's an anchor link chain, and they're very popular. This happens to be a 6 baht, but I would suggest lengths from 1 baht to 1 to 3 bahts on this because it's everybody knows the design. It's completely solid gold, where some of the designs are hollow. This is solid, and it's very dense, and that's what people look for, is the density in it. They want to really feel some weight when they pick up gold. So this one is a 6 baht chain, which is about 3 ounces of gold, and it's a 23-inch length, and the link diameter is 4 millimeter. It retails for $5,400. The last one that I'm going to show you is a half baht, 20.5-inch diamond cut bar link chain. Now, just to avoid confusion on that, the ones just above it that I was just talking about are barrel links. These are barrel links. Okay, and then this one is a bar link, and it has a really nice looking diamond cut pattern on it. So all of these are some alternatives that could be considered. They're in our personal inventory, and but we can have them made at most of them can be made at the same source, but the bar links would have to be made at another source, but they are all available. Okay, hello. Very nice meeting you, Dawn and Robert. I look forward to working with you. I want to go over the style sheets, and I want to use the style number that you created, and I'm going to quickly go through these and try to give you some background on the pieces. I'm losing light right now. It's late in the afternoon, but I wanted to see if I could get this done. BT NK1, it's a diamond cut bar link. It's available. It can be ordered in any weight, and no problem with that. The next one is NK2, any weight, traditional tie design, very good seller, and definitely something that you would want to have in many different lengths, and I think weights up to probably 3 baht would be appropriate. The next one is NK3. You've got it listed as a hollow round box chain. We referred to it slightly differently, but we'll go by the item number that you've created, and that is a beautiful design. It is available. I confirmed it a couple of days ago, and it has a filigree background to it. It's very nice. NK4 is a snake chain, not available at the primary source, but I believe I can locate that, but that's going to have to be checked on further. Oh. Helps with the microphone. I'm in such a rush to do this because of the losing the light, and today is one of those days. We actually operate an animal shelter here in West Bangkok. I'm the only American that is involved in that in Bangkok. There are many other organizations here. They're run by the Swiss and some people from Denmark. They're very good, but that's what we do full-time, is operate a animal shelter. But we have experience and background in jewelry sales, in the solid gold jewelry, and that's what funds our shelter. But moving on here, after the snake chain, we have another bar link. It's NK5. It's a highly polished bar link. This is the traditional bar link. We call it an aviator chain because it was purchased by pilots during the Vietnam era, of which I was one. not a pilot, but I was in the military during that time, and everybody had one of these, but the pilots had it so they could use it as a bargaining tool if they ever got shot down. You may be familiar with the story. It's a legend, and you have to have a lot of these. This is not available at my primary source. It has to be purchased in another source, and unfortunately we have to pay a little bit more labor for it. The folks that can make these days are not that plentiful, and so there's quite a queue in having these made now. The labor on it is a little bit more, but when I say a little bit more, I'm talking about maybe $15 more per baht. So it's really not a significant amount of money. Okay, so with that NK5, you want to make sure that you have plenty of weights from, it could be a half baht all the way up to a 10 baht, and any length. NK6, you call it a rosary bead chain, and that is available, and I confirmed it the other day. It is available. NK7, it's a solid rope. There are many different versions of this, but this particular one is available at the primary source, in any weight, any length. The diamond cut wheat chain is also available. The photo that I sent you is a 5 baht chain, but these are available. I would say 1 baht to 5 baht would be a good range, any length. The clasp that you associated with these chains is an M-style clasp, and that is traditional Thai. If you needed an alternative clasp, it would be an N as in November clasp, and that's generally used in a necklace or in a bracelet. But that is also available. Generally, the rule with clasp is for every 1 baht of gold, a 1 gram clasp is used. Moving on to BR1, which is the first bracelet. We've confirmed that is available, and in just about any weight and any length, but you should always go a little bit heavier with the bracelets. They're much more impressive. A 2 baht or 3 baht is very impressive, and it's also quite strong. A 1 baht in a bracelet is, it just doesn't look substantial to me, but today I've shown you some examples of 1 bahts that are of a design that would be substantial, and certainly very beautiful considering the amount of gold that's used. BR2, the example that I gave you was a 2 baht chain, which is available at our primary source, and BR3, the sample photo that I showed you was a 2 baht, and you mentioned a 4 baht sparkling matte diamond cut lotus bead chain. I don't quite know of it by that name, but we can refine what we're looking for when we're looking at the specific photos of the piece that you want to order. But I think I came pretty close on that particular bracelet. I wouldn't go to 4 baht on that. I think that those beads, they're hollow, and so it's electroforming, and you wouldn't have to go to 4 baht. I would think 2 baht would be very, very good on that. And then going to the BR4, I offered an alternative style bracelet for that, which happened to be a 3 baht Pikun. And the Pikun is a classic design from Thailand. It's becoming difficult to find because makers are not able to really make it. The technique in making it is quite complicated, and the younger folks aren't really getting into the learning of that particular design. So very hard to find, but I do have a source for it. If you like it. It wasn't something that was in the style sheet. It's an alternative design. Going to BR5, That's an alternative design, which I've already shown you some alternatives. It's really just endless as far as the number of designs that are available. But I've tried to provide some that I think are particularly detailed, because I'm very interested in the detailed work of the goldsmith, and those that have sold in the past or popular right now. Hey boy. Okay. All right. Okay, then we're going to the bangles, half-baht bangles, many to choose from. I think I came pretty close with what you're looking for there. And then the 1 baht bangles, no problem on that. Come on. Spicy. Come on. Okay. BG4 is an alternative bangle choice. CB1, BT CB1. It's a coin bracelet. I have not seen these anywhere. I wouldn't know where to look. I've just not seen it in the years that I've been here. Come on. BT CB2 is a charm bracelet. They didn't have one like this, but we can find something, I think, at another source for the charm bracelet. I wasn't really happy with the actual charms of the one I sent you. They just looked like they were stamped out, even though they weren't. I didn't care for it, but I did find something with the same charm, so I just sent the photo. Next page, CB3. These are all charm. That's a charm bracelet, which I think I was trying to show you with the photo. The next group from PE1 onward are all pendants and charms, and I have a source for those, but I think that it would be difficult to make them in quantity. I think we would have to just approve them, like I'll find them, photograph them, and then you can approve it. I just don't think that we're going to find a lot of these. The dragon pendants are very popular, and I can get those. But I would have to research the pendants more thoroughly in order to give you an idea of what's available here in any quantity. It might be something where we just have to, just purchase what they have in smaller quantities and distribute them that way. I really don't. I don't know what to say about these charms and pendants, but I will put effort into finding them. And that continues on. Skipping over to PE8, I showed you what is most common. There are other variations of the crucifix and crosses, as you might imagine, but those are the ones that are the best sellers, the ones that I showed you. And the weight on those begin at 1/8 of a baht, up to 1/4 of a baht, which is what I photographed and showed and sent to you. And about the maximum weight that I've seen is 1 baht for the crucifix. So I don't know as if we would have a source for anything larger than that, unless we could possibly order it in a large quantity, but I don't see any need to. Perhaps you do. But the next one up is RG1, a 2 baht polished ring. Generally, the rings are not that heavy, and I think that you would be very happy with the ones that are 1 baht or half baht. And the designs of the rings are really gorgeous, but you wouldn't know that from the photos that I sent you because they didn't have a very good ring selection. But I do know of a source that has beautiful rings in this kind of tie design, and they would be in the range of a 1/4 baht to a half baht in weight. Then we have a BT RGZ, which is another style ring. There are many different rings to choose from that I would have to show you. The earrings, you have a photo of one of our earrings here, a beaded hoop earring, which is BTEA1. Those are 18 karat gold earrings. And those designs, this particular design is by weight, and that is really the best value. If you go to the pieces, buying it by the piece, the labor cost just goes a lot higher. So I try to buy earrings by weight, and if the designs are really interesting, and then I would much prefer getting them by weight than finding a contemporary design that is sold by piece. So these particular earrings are available. It's very spotty what earrings are available. Sometimes they'll run out of a certain selling design, and then it could be 6 months before you see it again. Or in the case of leverback or huggy style earrings with a drop, I've been looking for those for over 6 months, and I can't find any. They just are not being made, or whatever the reason. They keep saying that, oh, they're coming, but I haven't seen them in months. And now going into the Christmas season, I'm wondering if I'm going to have them for Christmas, because they are very popular. EA2, it's a different design earrings, which I would have to show you the designs available in the earrings. The earrings that are 23 karat are, I think I have some photos of those, and that's what's currently available in many of the shops. The next one is EA4, which is also our photo, and that is an example of purchasing earrings by the piece. They are very dramatic looking, they're beautifully made, but I think that they're quite limited, and we would not be able to really order in any quantity. We would have to purchase the earrings in whatever the shops have available. Earrings are not that popular in 18 karat gold in Thailand, and the 23 karat gold are just not great sellers. That's why they have a very limited inventory of them. EA5, these are earrings. This style earring, a huggy or a leverback, I can get a lot of those. They're very common. They're not in 23 karat though. They would be in 18 karat. Same with the next one, EA6. Actually, these are 23 karat, and I can get them. I was able to look at these particular earrings in my last visit a couple of days ago, and they do have them in quarter baht and eighth baht weights in 23K. The last one on the style sheet is a design that I have only seen in plated gold. I have not seen this design in 23 karat or in 18. So we'd have to find an alternative to some of the earring styles. That's all I've got. I'm losing the light. I hope you can still, I hope you were able to understand what I've been saying, and thank you very much for this opportunity, and I look forward to working with you. Go Yankees!